In this video, we're going to look at the filter section at the right here. Now, the filter allows us to filter out a certain area of the frequency spectrum of a sound. I've got this on a synth bass right now. Here's what it sounds like. And there's a lot of filter action going on. And there's a filter envelope as well that can influence the filter. So let me just remove this from the equation. And as you can see, it's influencing it a lot. So let me remove that and we'll just focus on the filter. Now I'm going to play a little part and I'll adjust it as it's going. Here are the basic parameters. We have different filter types over here. And then we set the cutoff frequency, which determines at what point the filter is going to start working. And then right at that cutoff frequency, we can boost to get a resonant peak. And then we can drive the filter into overdrive to get a bit of an overdriven sound. We can have the filter envelope here apply to it by varying amount. And key follow allows it to track the keyboard range, so the response to the filter depends on the range of the keyboard. And in addition to the types of filters we have here, we can make them low pass, meaning everything below the filter is going to pass through. Band pass, meaning everything around it is filtered. High pass, meaning everything above the cutoff point is going to pass through. And then we have peak and notch, but not every type has those. So let's start. Right now we're at the classic filter type. Let's try one of the others. And we're in low pass mode. So it's filtering out everything above this cutoff point. I can boost right at it. And I can set the slope of how steeply it's going to cut off. It's a little steeper. Here's another type. There's the band pass where it's filtering right around the cutoff point. Again, the envelope here we see influencing the sound. This creates different notches within the frequency spectrum. Formant goes through vowel type sounds. O and ah type sounds. And classic. So right now at high pass, it's filtering everything below this point. In low pass. Do you hear how the steepness of the slope affects the sound? Let's go back to one of the other types. And this is an interesting parameter to modulate. Let's look at the envelope. So as we saw with the other envelopes, we can delay the onset. Or negative amounts. You can see the momentary dot there. These are short notes, so they're not getting very far into the envelope. Let's set up some modulation. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to one of the zone LFOs and I'm going to go to 2 because 1 is being used in this instrument already. And I'll set this to maybe 8 to start with. And leave it at sine wave. Let's leave that for now and go into the matrix. So here I'm going to set internal zone LFO2 as the source, and the destination that I want it to modulate is in zone filter, parameter 1 for now. And for the amount, let's start with a little bit of a negative value, and then let's see what that gives us. Maybe less depth. We can offset the phase. So combined with the filter envelope attack, we're getting a nice little modulation of the cutoff point right during that attack phase of the sound. It's kind of interesting. Now let's go to another instrument for another example. Here's a drum kit. And since each category of sound in the drum kit is assigned to its own element, and each element has its own filter, we can filter them independently. So right now we're listening to the hi-hat. So we can get nice control that way. Here's the snare. We can get some nice movement that way. So those are some ideas with what you can do with the filter in SampleTank 4. We'll see you for more in the next video.